Hello everyone!
Hello everyone!
Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about our moving day and how we moved into our new place together, along with some housing vocabulary here in Korea. So the video will be in kind of two parts. Obviously, we have already moved, so we will go over some basic information, and then at the end of the video will be clips from our actual moving day and through the whole process. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get on with the video.
So first, we're gonna talk about lingo, house lingo. So there are two ways of renting a house in Korea. So first way is 월세. So 월세, you normally put down a deposit less than 5천만 원, and you pay monthly payment, and the average is 50만 원. The next one is 전세. So 전세, you don't need to pay the monthly payment, but you need to put down your deposit at a high amount of money. Is usually over at least 1억, as far as you know. In Korea, there are different types of houses. We have 고시원, we have a one room, we have a villa, and apartment. So 고시원 is a very small room. It's like a kind of dorm. You have a bathroom, maybe like shower box if they're really good one, but they normally have a shared bathroom outside of the room. The payment is not that high. One room is normally like half furnished, but it's a little bit, you need to pay a little bit higher than 고시원, and it's most likely have a bathroom. And the next one is villa. So villa has parking lot, and there are 2 or 3 rooms, and it's normally low-rise building. There's also office though. Office though is normally one room, but it's more modernized and close to like main road. And the last one is apartment, and the apartments are like just like the Western apartment. So in Korea, housing market goes really fast, like within 2 weeks of moving. So if you want to get a house in Korea, you have to really move fast. And there are apps that you can use to find a house in Korea, and I think they're like major ones are 다방, 직방, and 네이버 부동산. There's one more. I don't think it's that major, but it was quite helpful for us. And this is a Zitos. If you go to apps, even though you find the houses there, they could be fake, which means like even though you see it they're probably agents. So go to that agent to see the houses. They will tell you like, oh, we saw let you go, I'm sorry. And they will, oh, but we have this room, we have this house, do you want to look them? So you could waste your time a little bit. And other than apps, there's also another way. If you go to the area you liked, and there are many different kinds of real estate agents, I think, in my opinion, it's good to go many different kinds of agents, because they tell you, even though you go to another agent or you find the same thing, but I don't think it's true. Sometimes they have a common houses, they might not have one.
Yeah, they share the same system and see the same houses, but yeah, maybe they know of a house that's about to go on sale that hasn't yet been listed in the system, so they can be ahead of the game and show you or something like that.
Okay. So Janelle used to live in Gangnam and loved the style office though, and she deposited 1,000만 원, and she paid 85만 원 as a monthly payment, and also 10만 원 as a maintenance fee. So the total monthly payment was 95만 원, and yeah, she used to live there for 2 years. My house, I used to live in Suwon, and my deposit was 500만 원, and my monthly payment was 50만 원, maybe plus like 5만 원 as a maintenance fee. And yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
If you haven't seen our How We Met video, I'll definitely link it down below, but you can watch that to kind of see how we got to move in together. So very, very quickly, I was living in his very small one room, and it was just too small, and we were paying rent for 2 places, yet only living in one. So we just decided once our leases end, which was about around the same time, then we will just get our own place together. Mm-hmm. So we were quite eager to get our own place because, as you've seen, Min's house was quite small. It was okay for 1 person, but definitely not okay for 2 people. So we were, as I said, very eager to move. So we actually started looking for new houses way before the recommended time that real estate agents tell you. They advise you to only start looking 2 weeks before you can actually move, because typically owners will not hold the place any longer than that. So if you find a place, you should be able to sign the lease, pay the money, and move in. But we started looking probably a month before, or even maybe 2 months before. Nothing serious, but we were just looking to kind of understand the comps of the area, how much is what we were looking for realistic. As we started to look, we realized our requirements were very strict and almost seeming a little bit impossible. We did go to the area and went to some local bundangsans. So we went to a lot of places, nothing really matched, until finally I found a new app, as Min mentioned, ZipToss. So we went on there and we saw a place, and it was perfect. And we're like, oh, actually we saw 2 places, and we really wanted to go see them. We still had about a month left until Min's lease was up for us to even move. Obviously, we don't want to move before then, or we would be paying for 3 places. We thought the places were too good, maybe we can work something out, let's just go see them. So we contacted the agent, and she went to go take us to see them within that week. The first place, total fake. Pictures were posted from when it was first built, and it was built 20 years ago. But luckily, our top choice, when we went to go see it, it was perfect. We walked in and we were like, oh, this is it. This is exactly what we want. How can we really hope we can get this? So we're starting to do some numbers, because the deposit was a bit higher than what we wanted to put down, which means we would have to get a loan and put in more of our own money. And we were like, how can we do this? But we knew after months of kind of searching through these apps and looking around, to find another good place like this would be very impossible. So we're like, we'll just make it work. We'll figure it out, the money wise. So we told the lady we pretty much wanted it that day. We ended up obviously figuring out, we got a loan. But in that process, we needed obviously the deposit from my house, the deposit from Min's house, and obviously more of our own money to put down for this place. To move into a place, you have to put in a small percentage. It's a small percentage that you have to put down first to sign the contract. And then on moving day, you put all the remaining, loan, your money, whatever, the remaining on the move-in day. It was a bit stressful to get a loan in such a short time. Min traveled many banks.
It was so hard for me.
He learned a lot.
Yeah.
Luckily, the loan we did not need a very large loan, and we did have our own savings, so we were able to work it out, but it was very difficult to get it. Surprisingly, even though we were so eager to move, we were actually very, very slow in packing, and we procrastinated a lot. We ended up moving majority of the stuff out of my house and put it into a more centralized storage unit that's closer to our new house. As far as Min's place, we pretty much left it untouched until the day before we had to move. So come our moving day, we had a lot of help from Min's family. So, as Min said, he used to live in Suwon, and Suwon to our new place is a little bit far because it is up in Seoul. So we had to get a moving truck. And luckily and unluckily, it was raining that day. As you can see, it was not light rain. It was quite heavy, but not like intensive heavy, but it was enough to become kind of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So our moving truck guy was actually really upbeat guy. His personality was really great, so we are very lucky about that.
That's very nice.
So as I noted before, so you have to put the remaining of the deposit on that day to move into your house. So the loan was ready. We had my key money. So the only remaining money we needed was from Min's house, which we thought would be simple. We move out of his house, we get the money, we put it in the new house, we move in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was not that easy, but I think we still got kind of lucky because I've heard some owners wait to return the money. But we moved out. Min told the guy we moved out, okay, can we get our deposit back? And the guy was very like, oh, I'll give it back to you later, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, we need to check the house first, and then once everything's confirmed, then we'll send you the deposit. So Min called our new house, obviously, but he said, we cannot move in until the deposit's 100%. So we have a guy who's like, we'll give it to you later, but the other owner is like, you there is no later. You pay it now or you can't go in. So I think Min had a very huge headache.
Yes.
Trying to go in between these two people who would not budge. Eventually, Min just said the honest truth to his previous owner that he really needed it.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good tenant.
Yeah.
And there was no problems, and he needed it to put it down for his new house. The guy understood and finally agreed to give us the deposit, and we were able to transfer it without any problems. So, funny note, there are some rituals when you move into a new house that we both learned.
Yeah.
So Min's mom told us that the first thing that you should bring into your house is your rice cooker.
Mm-hmm. It brings like money, happiness, and like clear out like bad mood. Like,
And we were also supposed to sleep in a certain direction in our room the first night, but
that was very strange.
yeah, but we did not do that, and you will find out why. As we said, it was still raining when we got to our new place, and our apartment is on the 4th floor, but there's no elevator. It is a villa. So in order to get all of the boxes, either we die going upstairs or we pay money and get a ladder truck. So ladder trucks are really cool things. It's pretty much just like an outside elevator that goes through your window to lift things in. So we are trying to move as quickly as possible because it is raining and we have to move the boxes, lift them up outside in the rain. And as boxes are coming in, they're filled with water. So me and Emo are like trying to dry them. There's water everywhere. It's just a mess. Unfortunately, due to the rain, we were not able to get our furniture delivered. It just was not viable. So our moving day ended up being split into 2 days. We were only able to get our boxes of our things and our refrigerator, luckily. We had no bed, nothing. And prior to that, we sold Min's bed at his old house like a few days before we moved. So we have been sleeping on the floor. So when we came here, we were kind of like tired of sleeping on the floor. So we did not want to sleep on the floor. And we ended up going to a very close hotel and just stay the night until our bed came the next day. Which is why we did not do the specific ritual of sleeping on the floor direction. But we ended up staying in the hotel. Long story short, it was not worth the money. It was expensive and the bed sucked. But we only stayed there one night, so it was okay. The next day, I had to go to work because obviously we did not plan to have a moving day for 2 days. I was in work, but all of our furniture arrived safely. This time it was just Mom and Min and one moving guy who put all of our furniture together. And now we are here. As you can see, this is our new apartment. It is a villa. It is on the 4th floor. And our deposit was 40 million won. And we pay $650 monthly. That includes everything. It is 2 rooms with a bathroom, and our laundry unit is actually outside in its own room, which I think is really cool. And since we are on the 4th floor, we have almost direct access to a very large rooftop, which is really, really cool. So as you can see, our house is fully furnished, but before we moved in, there was absolutely no furniture, not even a gas range, nothing. We had a lot of help from Min's family. They helped us pick out all the furniture. We measured it very precisely to get all the pieces we want, and we are very, very grateful, especially to Min's mom. She helped us out a lot. So we definitely want to say thank you to her, and we're always grateful. And so yeah, that is our story of us moving in. If you guys have any questions on moving in Korea, or how you can find a place, or what maybe is a good area, leave a comment down below and we'll be glad to answer any questions. So thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye!
Bye-bye!